Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel and this is your first time watching my video, my name is Mercedeshelleis. I do pregnancy videos currently right now since I am pregnant. I'm 29 weeks right now. I just turned it today. It is September, hear me. It's October 4th. It's a Sunday, so I am currently 29 weeks right now. It's crazy to think that next week I'm just gonna be 10 weeks away from my due date. Oh my gosh, how fast does time fly? But yes, I have a little boy also. His name is Levi, and then obviously the one that's on the way is another boy, and my husband Wally, which you guys, if you see my previous videos, he's mostly here and there in my videos since he does not really like being in the camera, but I try to stick him in or make him do a video with me here and there whenever I can. So yeah, so right now I'm doing pregnancy videos. I also do hauls, you know, different type of videos, you know, not any specific genre. I try to do various ones, so I hope you guys enjoy and will subscribe to my channel and like it if you like this video, and watch my other videos if you guys have not yet seen those, so you guys can learn a little bit more about me. So today I decided to do my pregnancy Q&A because I had promised you guys on my last Q&A that I was going to do this for you guys. So I know it's been a few weeks, I'm sorry guys, but it's finally going to be uploaded, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm just grabbing a few questions that I found online, and I'm sorry if I sound out of breath. That's because I am out of breath. So just bear with me. One of the questions that I found that I feel like, you know, we should start off with is, how did I find out I was pregnant? So if you guys have seen my announcement video, you guys will know that it was basically a surprise for us. Not that we weren't planning it, we weren't preventing it, but we didn't expect it to happen so soon, you know, so it kind of caught us by surprise. So after having my first son Levi, my period had been kind of off since I was breastfeeding, so some months I would get it, other months I wouldn't. And a few months before I found out I was pregnant, I would take pregnancy tests when I would miss my period, because normally my period is like on point, you know, I never missed a period. But like I said, since I was breastfeeding Levi, that I knew was kind of throwing it off, but I was like, to make sure, you know, that I'm not pregnant again, you know, so that way I can take care of myself better. But I wasn't, so I figured with this month that, you know, it was the same thing. I was just gonna take a pregnancy test just to confirm that I was not pregnant, you know, just to ease our mind and make sure, you know, that we're good. But I took the pregnancy tests. I was gonna shower actually at that moment, so I took it, hopped in the shower, and I was like, you know what, let me just look at it. I know 2 minutes passed by already, so let me just check the pregnancy test. And guys, it was positive. If you guys see my video, you guys will see everything, my reaction, me telling my husband and his reaction as well. So if you guys want to check that out, just go to my channel and look at that video. But yeah, so that's how I found out I was pregnant. It was, you know, pretty funny because I was just like in shock. I was like, oh my gosh, this is real. Like, I can't believe that I'm pregnant when I didn't think I was, you know, like it was basically a surprise for us, but a happy surprise. Obviously we were planning on getting pregnant. We wanted to get it close to once Levi turned 1, because my goal was like, you know, the closer that we get pregnant towards Levi being 1 year old, obviously once the baby's born, either Levi will be 2 or a little bit close to 2 years old, which our plan was, you know, having Levi walking already, and it would make it easier for us, you know, to take care of 2 kids. So that's how we found out we were pregnant. And how did I tell my family? So I didn't put this in the video, but I ended up buying like a little boxes in Walmart, and we got like a few candies. Oh wait, sorry. I'm mixing up the story. So this is how we told them about the gender. But how we told them about that I was pregnant was, it was actually, we waited a few weeks because it was almost going to be Mother's Day. So I was like, you know what, let's just wait a few weeks, you know, first of all, to make sure that everything was good, like, you know, nothing happens with the pregnancy and the baby. So we're like, let's just wait a few weeks. And then since Mother's Day was close by, we decided to do, you know, something to announce her pregnancy. So what we did was, I did a little slideshow, and in the slideshow I had like different, like, I had like a poem, and it was going, and then towards the end, basically, it said that we were pregnant. So yeah, that was really, really cute, and obviously they were super excited for us. My dad was like, he already knew. My mom said the same thing, but whatever. Yeah, it was really nice. But since I already started the story, I'm gonna show you guys how we told them the gender of the baby. Obviously, same thing. I have a video of how me and my husband found out the gender. We did a little video together and we posted it on YouTube, our reaction and finding out the gender. And then how we told my family was, like I was saying, we bought a little box and we put candy inside it, and I think like a little toy with the color and the gender of the baby, and we gave that to our family. We had them open it all at the same time, and that's how they found out that we were having another boy. Sorry guys that I mixed up the two stories, just because pregnancy brain, you know, you forget certain things and things just become a blur. But yeah, but that's how I found out I was pregnant, how we told our family, and how we found out the gender, and how we told them. And let's see, it was asking if we wanted the gender for our second baby to be a surprise or not. And no, we knew from the beginning that we wanted to know the gender. I'm not really good with surprises, especially surprises that's gonna affect, you know, not affect, because obviously it doesn't matter if it's a boy or girl, but I like to have everything prepared. So obviously if it was a boy, we have a lot of things, because since we just had Levi last year, obviously we have a lot of the stuff that we would need for boys. But if it was a girl, obviously it was like starting, not really starting new, but like getting clothes, getting things for her if it was a girl. So that's why we didn't want it to be a surprise. But either way, like I said, I doubt that me and Wally would ever do that. Maybe, who knows, maybe with the third child if we have another one, I don't know. But I'm not really good with surprises. I like to know, to have everything prepared for the baby's arrival. So yeah, I don't know how other moms do that. Props to you guys. I would definitely not be able to do that. Did you prefer having a boy or a girl, or you don't care? So we actually didn't care what we were having, to be honest. Especially like, we never cared for Levi, even though I had a feeling it was a boy. Like I've said in my videos, if you guys have watched it, I knew like Levi was a boy, and right away I knew that. But the second one I didn't care, because I was like, if it's a girl, you know, it'd be cute to have a younger sibling being a girl, and then Levi being basically like the protector of her. But if it was a boy, I was like, that's fine, because Levi will have someone to play with, you know. So it didn't really matter to us what we were having, you know. It would have been good with us either way. Was designing the nursery hard? So for the nursery, we're just gonna end up doing, he's gonna be sleeping together in Levi's room, because we have a 2-bedroom apartment, so it's obviously gonna be sharing with Levi his room. But we're gonna be having our bassinet that we had for Levi. We had the Halo bassinet in our room, and we're gonna be having that in our room in the meantime until the baby's probably like 6 months, and then we'll move it over to Levi's room, which are gonna be sharing together, like I said. But yeah, our nursery is probably gonna stay the same, and I'm planning, like, I have to not remake but redo Levi's room, since obviously, like I said, we're having another baby, so I might have to change a few things around in the floor plan that we have in Levi's room right now. But I think once that's happening, I'm probably gonna record so you guys can see like the before and after of how we're gonna set up the room for them. Have you had your names picked out for a while? Okay, so for Levi, we, how do I say it? Like I said, we already had a feeling it was a boy. At least I did, like from the beginning. And as soon as we heard the name Levi, like we fell in love with that name, and we knew for sure that was gonna be the baby's name. But now that we had picked it out before getting pregnant, we had more girl names, to be honest, before getting pregnant that we had decided on. But once I was pregnant and I didn't know the gender of the baby, I did not like any of the girl names, to be honest. That's what made me feel that I was having a boy when I was pregnant with Levi. Now with this pregnancy, we decided just to wait until we found out the gender, so we weren't like stressing ourselves out with trying to figure out the name for a boy and for a girl. But we do have the name picked out already, and if you guys had seen in my Instagram stories, I already bought like a little wooden sign that has Levi's name and then this baby's name. But we're not gonna announce it yet until we give birth. But we picked it out pretty like soon after we found out the gender. We just started going through names, and we decided to pick this name because we loved the meaning that it had, and also it was a really cute name. Let's see. Do I like being pregnant? Well, yes, I guess. I mean, I haven't had bad experience with pregnancy, in the sense that I didn't really have that much morning sickness like one of my other sisters, Marari. She actually has a channel as well. If you guys want to go follow her, check her videos out. Marari Navarro is her name, but their channel is the Navarros. But yeah, so for her, she actually just gave birth a few weeks ago, and for her pregnancy, she had a girl, and she had a pretty like bad, like her morning sickness was not, delightful. But for me, with both Levi and this baby, I would say I haven't had it that bad. So, I mean, pregnancy, I guess, has been treating me pretty good. So I don't have much to complain. Only with Levi was towards the end, I was really, really swollen. Like, I was looking at my video. I had recorded a little bit when I was in the hospital to give birth, but I was chunky. I was so swollen. But yeah, I would say that, it's pretty good so far. So far, having unswollen, and also with Levi, I was getting a lot of like high blood pressure towards the end, so they kept always checking me, doing the stress test on the baby, because obviously they wanted to make sure I didn't have like preeclampsia. So I guess I had to move. I'm sitting on my bed and my foot is falling asleep. So yeah, so far I like being pregnant, to be honest. I love, especially like feeling the baby move inside. I feel like that's such like an amazing feeling, That's what I looked forward to with this second pregnancy, just like feeling the baby moving. And now obviously he moves a lot more. And yeah, it's like an experience that you would only know when you go through it, and it's just out of this world. It's amazing, like. And obviously I like seeing Wally when he feels my belly and he feels the baby moving too. Like, it's just an experience that, like, when you go through it with your spouse or even by yourself, like, it's just one of a kind. I will tell you guys, like, if it wasn't for like the labor pain, I'd be pregnant all the time, because I just like that experience of being pregnant, like knowing that you're growing a human inside of you, like that miracle is just unexplainable. But yeah, let me keep going before I keep ranting. Do I have any stretch marks? Yes, I do. Since Levi, so most of the people that know me, I was really skinny. Like, when I was in my teens, I weighed like 100 pounds. I never passed that. With Levi, I think when I started off my pregnancy, I think in the 120, something like that. And I think towards the end, I was like 160s. something like that. Yeah. So I stretched a lot, and like I said, got really really swollen as well. So like the swelling itself, like my body just could not take it. Like it would, my stomach used to get so itchy. And guys, I used to put obviously lotion, drink lots of water, but when I mean like there was times that I literally would feel like when my skin would like tear, and I would tell them like, wow, my skin just tore, like it would hurt. And when I would look, like I would have a tear basically of my stretch mark, and it was painful. But yeah, but I do have quite a few stretch marks. But honestly, like I could care less. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. My skin is super super sensitive, so I knew like that I was obviously gonna end up getting stretch marks. And like I said, I really did not care. I was prepared for it, mentally prepared for it, because I feel like some people are not mentally prepared to like get stretch marks. They just assume like, oh, if I take care of my skin, I should be good, you know, like I don't want any stretch marks, I'm gonna take care of my body, and that's fine, you know. But I feel like you should also be prepared to get stretch marks, because you never know. You don't know how your body's gonna react, you know, like to all the stretching that's going on. So you might end up getting stretch marks, and you shouldn't feel down on yourself if you do get stretch marks, or make yourself feel like, oh my gosh, it's horrible that I got stretch marks, I can't believe I got it. I used to hear, and I still hear people saying that like, I don't want any stretch marks, I'm trying to prevent it. And that's good, like prevent it. Like I'm still preventing basically with this pregnancy. I put obviously lotion and body oil on my belly, but I try not to stress too much about it, like with Levi when I was pregnant, if I did get any, because I was like, that's part of being pregnant, you know, it's your body's changing. But I feel like sometimes women are too hard on themselves when it comes to getting stretch marks, because they feel like either it makes them look ugly, they don't feel like their body's going to be the same anymore. And honestly, come on, you're going to get pregnant, you know there's going to be changes in your body. You're never going to be the same anymore. Your body's going to change. Even if you don't see it externally with like stretch marks, there's a change internally that already happened that is never going to go back to how it used to be. So I feel like going with your mindset like that once you get pregnant, like I feel like will help you a lot once obviously you give birth, and if you do end up, you know, getting stretch marks, because you already prepared your body for that in your mind, mentally. So yeah, like I said, I'm still taking care of my body now to try not to get more stretch marks. But like I said, if I do, it's my second pregnancy. Sometimes second pregnancies you get a lot bigger than your first one. So, you know, like just don't be hard on yourself. And that's how I see it right now. And all the guys out there, other husbands, boyfriends, support your girls when it comes to stretch marks. Like don't make them feel like they, oh my gosh babe, like you got stretch marks, that's, I thought you were, you know, taking care of your skin, what's going on? No, tell them that they're beautiful, love their stretch marks, all the body parts of their skin, because like I said, things are gonna change and there's things that we can't control. So yeah, that's something that I would say also for the guys out there, because I feel like that's also another thing, like you need that support also from your spouse or from your significant other to make you feel like you still look good, you know, like, because sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, now once I give birth, my husband's not gonna see me the same, he's gonna know my body's not the same, I'm gonna have stretch marks all over my body, my belly. Who cares? Like, you just went through the most amazing process that a lot of women wish they can have and experience, and you're going through that. Like, don't deny your body what it's giving you, you know. Like, if you get stretch marks, accept it, you know. Just take care of your body right after you give birth, and that way it'll look less, you know, it'll be less visible, which is what I did with Levi. But yeah, let's go on, because if you let me, I'll keep talking about this subject. But yeah, what prenatal vitamins do I take? So I take the Nature Valley prenatal gummies that have iron in them. I took that with Levi, but I took the ones without iron because they're actually new for this pregnancy. They didn't have back in the day the ones that had iron in them. So I'm sorry guys, it's so uncomfortable to just be sitting now. My foot falls asleep so easily. So yeah, so those are the ones that I take. And like I said, I take gummies because I am a wimp when it comes to taking pills, and I'll admit it gladly. I hate taking pills, so gummies are the way to go for me. And those are the ones that I have taken with Levi in this pregnancy. And you know, it's vitamins. It's working good for me. And I like this one because, like I said, it has iron in it. And last pregnancy, my iron was really low. And honestly, I normally always suffered from low iron when I was younger. So that's what I'm trying to make sure to prevent, you know, getting anemia in this pregnancy. All right. Did pregnancy change the types of skincare products you use? Not really, I think, to be honest. I mean, my skin is more oily now towards the end. In the beginning, it was actually kind of getting dry, like around my nose and my cheek area. But now, as I'm farther along in the pregnancy, I think it's back to how it used to be. My skin is normally oily. So I've been using the same products, to be honest. I'm using the Clean Beauty line from Walmart. And I will say, guys, I love that line. I've already been using it, I think, like over 6 months already. And honestly, like, it's helping my skin out a lot. But yeah. How much weight did you gain during pregnancy? So with this pregnancy, I don't even know how much I even weighed before being pregnant with this baby. I think so far I've gained 20 pounds, maybe. Oh, I don't even know, guys. But I think 20 pounds. With Levi, I gained probably like more than 40 pounds, to be honest. But like I said, I didn't care. Weight to me, it's just a number. And especially with pregnancy, I honestly like try not to worry about like how much weight I gain. You can always lose it after pregnancy. That's just how I see things, you know, like if I gained 100 pounds or how much ever I gained, I can always lose it after I give birth. But with Levi, for example, I didn't want to lose all the baby weight that I had, in the sense that like I wanted to keep some of that weight because, like I said, I was really skinny before and I wanted to keep some of that mass in my body, you know. I just wanted to tone it, you know. But yeah, so the same thing's pregnant with this pregnancy. Just, you know, whatever I gain, try to lose whatever I want to lose, and tone my body to however I want it to, you know, be. Especially my belly, that's all I really care about, you know, bringing it down. And if I can't bring it down right away, oh well, who cares? It's just weight. It can leave in a year or two if it decides to. That's just my mindset, and that's just how I see things. Are you nervous about labor? Yes, to be honest, I feel like I'm more nervous about labor with this pregnancy more than when I was with Levi. But I think it's because I know what to expect now. With Levi, obviously, like your first pregnancy, you don't know what the heck is gonna happen, how labor is gonna feel, what's gonna happen, you know, like. But with this pregnancy, like, I don't know, I think about it more and I get a little bit nervous, you know, just thinking about having to go through like just the pain and, you know, everything you got to go through when you're in labor. But I'm trying not to think about it. I'm just trying to, you know, go with the flow, let it be, you know, your body's going to know what it's got to do when the time comes. But I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself for going through that pain again. And, you know, the whole pushing, and if I had to be there long, not being too tired. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling with this pregnancy, at least. What will you miss most about pregnancy? Feeling the baby move. Like I said, that's like one of the things that I love about being pregnant. It's just that connection that you have with your baby since inside the womb. It's an unbreakable connection, and that feeling, you're always gonna miss it. Like as soon as I had Levi and I had him in my hands, like I was so happy, but I missed feeling him inside. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it, but that is definitely what I'll miss the most. And I think that's why, you know, I might get pregnant again. Who knows? We'll see. Um, what are you looking forward to the most after pregnancy? Obviously, to see him, to see the baby, you know, like you see the ultrasound, but you want to see the baby, like how is he gonna look, and to see his relationship with Levi, you know, and with Wally and with us. That's like, you know, something that obviously every mom wants to see, you know, like that experience with having another sibling, you know, how they're going to be together. And Levi is just the cutest when it is when he's like around other babies. He's a little bit rough, I will say, because obviously he doesn't know that it's a baby, small, they're fragile, but it's just so cute how he gets when he sees other babies. So I cannot wait for that. What are you most nervous about motherhood? So I wouldn't say nervous. I just want to hopefully have the enough energy to be able to um deal with two kids, you know, like one kid, honestly, kids are hard, you know, like it's not easy. It's not, you know, a walk in the park. There are moments that it's very stressful, you know, things that happen, babies being sick, kids don't always listen to you, you know, like they're growing. So um it is pretty hard. So I don't know how it's going to be with two kids, if it's going to be harder, which probably will be, but oh well. It's part of life, it's part of motherhood, and it is going to be a little bit nervous to have two kids, like I said, but I can't wait to experience that, you know, and see how their relationship is. So even though it's a little bit nervous, you know, like to think about, but at the same time, like all the positive things that I'm looking forward to outweigh what I feel sometimes when I do get a little bit nervous about thinking of being a mom of two boys. But like I said, it's going to be a roller coaster, and you know, just take it one day at a time. How has your pregnancy changed your relationship with your spouse? So I think it's changed a lot. It's just obviously like different, you know, because obviously I'm pregnant, we have Levi. It is sometimes a little bit hard because, to be honest, like you get tired. Like when you're pregnant, your body's just like obviously creating a human being, so your body's tired. So sometimes while he's, you know, like taking care of Levi while I'm resting, you know, and sometimes he has to take care of like household stuff, like the cleaning, the cooking, and things like that. So yeah, but I'm just lucky that, you know, Wally's there to help me. So I don't feel like a lot has changed in our relationship. I just, maybe, you know, I would say that obviously we've gotten closer because, you know, like these experiences that you go through with your spouse or your significant other obviously bring you closer, because it's such a miracle that you're going through, like knowing that you're having another baby. I love seeing Wally when he saw our niece from my sister when she gave birth. He's like, I can't wait for baby number 2 to be here. And like seeing that makes me be like, dang, I can't wait to have the baby so I can see how Wally's gonna be with baby number 2, you know. Like it's just, you know, such a surreal experience, and I cannot wait for those moments, you know, and capture those moments with us as a family of 4 now. So yeah, like I can't wait for that. But yeah, I think the relationships of anyone tend to get stronger in that sense, like because it's like an experience when you know that you're going through something like that with someone, you're both creating that family together, and you guys obviously both wanted it. Like it makes you stronger, you know. It is hard, like I said. There are moments that we get obviously, you know, annoyed with each other, you know, like all relationships, but you know, the good outweighs the bad, like I said earlier. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it, the Q&A that I'm gonna have for now. Maybe later on I'll do like more questions and answers, but I have to go to church in a few minutes, so that's like kind of been speeding up a little bit. So I'm sorry and I apologize for that if it was too rushed, but I just wanted to get this video up for you guys since I had promised I was going to make it for you guys, and I don't want it to be too late that I'm giving birth and then I post a video. But yeah, and I want to do more videos, obviously. Honestly though, I apologize. When I'm pregnant, I don't know why I get sometimes a little bit lazy, and it feels harder to to make a video, but once I start, then it gets me motivated to do more. But yeah, so I probably will do like a second Q&A video, and maybe I'll do other pregnancy videos for you guys before I end up giving birth. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A, and I hope you guys, you know, leave me some suggestions in the comments down below in regards to, you know, whatever you guys want to see next, or if you guys want to leave down your experience for labor, or if you guys are mom of 2 kids, tell me how it is to have 2 kids. Was it harder? Which maybe it is harder, but did you find it to be harder to have 2 kids? Did you find it to be easy? Like, let me know so I can prepare myself for that. But yeah, just let me know what it was to have 2 kids, you know, like, so I can get an idea. And any tips you guys have, also leave it down in the comments for me. Tips, especially for newborn. How did you deal with, you know, setting up their schedule for sleeping for a newborn and your other child, if you guys had them close in age? I would like to know so I can start, you know, getting ready for the next baby. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut it right here, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.